Hey guys, Nick here with American Motorcycle Trading Company in Arlington, Texas. Got a 2011 Kawasaki Ninja ZX1400C with me today. This bike makes an insane amount of power. Very fast, probably close to 200 miles per hour. It is a super sport bike, but it's a little different than your typical sport bikes, like a ZX10R. It's got a longer wheelbase, more of an upright seating position, just all around a bigger bike. It's actually quite comfortable to ride. Has a custom paint job on it, gloss black with these airbrushed roses and the rose petals. Not really my style, but the artists who did it, they did quality work. I mean, it looks great. Those aren't decals or anything. That's paint. It's got the flush mount front blinkers, a few rock chips up here in the front, kind of typical. It's got some frame sliders, so if you did drop this bike, it would protect the fairings, all the hard parts. I noticed it's also got some LED accent lights. It's got a 1400cc inline 4 motor with a 6-speed transmission that is fuel injected and liquid cooled. I think you're probably making close to 180 horsepower with this bike. It is a monster. This is not for the faint of heart. You need to have some little experience and some respect for a machine like this. It's got some upgraded dual Leo vents Superbike shorty mufflers. It's got a good sound, not too obnoxious though. It's not real, I don't know, high pitched. It's just a good deep sound. And that 1400cc bore really helps it out. It's got a brand new tire on the rear, a ton of tread left on it. It does have a little personalization on this part. I guess the person who owned it, Lady T, before we got it. The good thing about it, if you don't like this, this is simply just a plastic cowling and it just covers the passenger seat. So if you take this off, the passenger seat's under here and that's where they'd sit. So again, if you don't like that, you can just take that right off. It's got a little scuff mark right there in the tail fairing. It's also got the flush mounted blinkers on the rear. It is one of our certified pre-owned bikes. So we do a multi-point inspection on it, a 15-mile test ride to make sure everything's working properly, and then we give it a professional detail. Might have a little mark over there on that side as well. It is a chain driven bike, so if you want to gear it up or down, you can change out those sprockets fairly easily. It's got some nice looking bar ends. It's got a few faint scratches here on the tank. Really hard to see, honestly. It's got a tinted windscreen on it. Got a pretty aggressive looking front end. Looks like a Michelin tire on the front. A lot of good tread left. I think this is the opening for the intake, so it's actually a ram air. So theoretically, the faster you go, more air is going to get crammed in there. That equals more horsepower. It's got adjustable clutch and brake levers. I think this is probably the fob for the LED lights. It's only got 14,283 miles. And right here on the dash, you can see you got the average of your miles per gallon. It's got a gear indicator, range, battery voltage. So it's got some handy stuff on there. Adjustable forks. I think the rear shock's adjustable as well. I'm gonna go ahead and start it up and see what that Leo vent sounds like. You can just hear all the power want to explode out of this bike. It's a good bike for everyday riding, or if you want to do some drag racing. It's also something you can take across the country. They do make some accessories for that. Like I said, it's a bigger sport bike, so it's a lot more comfortable. It's pretty versatile. If you'd like to know more about it, you can contact our sales team toll free at 888-400-1151, or you can check out our website at cleanharleys.com and see our full inventory. We offer excellent finance and extended warranty options. Take almost anything in on trade, and we sell and ship bikes all around the world. So it'd be real easy to get this one to you. This is Nick with American Motorcycle Trading Company in Arlington, Texas. The freedom to choose.